Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing this really beautiful look, and we are using Pat McGrath today. I was in the mood to do a one brand tutorial. Let me know down below if you guys like one brand tutorials, but I wanted to just play with the brand and re-explore you know, what she brings to the table. And let me tell you, she can carry her own. You guys know that I'm a huge Pat McGrath fan. She is one of my favorite brands, and I do have some new products to show you guys. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, let's go. All right guys, so I have already primed my face with the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Primer. And let me tell you guys, the little paper here was lifted. I didn't pay for this. It was gifted to me when I placed an order. So I'm not mad about it, but I'm just thinking, like, for the price of this, the packaging should be a little bit more elevated. But the actual product itself felt really nice. My skin feels super, super soft. It feels like a luxurious moisturizer, so I like it. I set my lids, and then I also took her yellow setting powder just to set that in place. And today we're going to be using this beautiful palette. So I'm going to start off by taking this shade here, and I am going to place this on the outer corner, and I'm just gradually building this up to the desired intensity. And then I have this is like the knockoff shadow shield. I have the original in my kit, and I used them the other day. I had a bridal trial, and I forgot how beautiful they worked. So I'm trying these out because getting a hold of the shadow shields can be a little difficult sometimes. So this will give you the same effect as the tape technique, but I do like these because it does catch fallout. So that's why I'm using these and not the tape. I like the way this looks. I'm going to take the red brown in this palette using the same brush, and then also add that to the outer corner. I'm someone that likes to build my colors up. I don't like to go in with the full pigment just yet. I like to give myself a little bit of space to build, and it makes everything a little bit easier for me, at least. And I'm going to take the dark brown shade and then add that to the very tip of the outer corner. So I like the way that this looks. I'm debating on what, I don't know if I want to go in with the olive green. Oh, look at these. I love this palette. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful palette. I really want to go into the copper shade. It's one of my favorite colors in this palette. Or the purple. Damn, I don't know what to go in with. So I've decided to go in with the purple, and I'm going to take a flat brush and wet it with some Evian water or setting spray, whatever you have. And I'm going to go in with the purple wet. I figured I'd use this shade because I don't think I've ever used this shade, and it is really pretty. But I'm really attracted to the neutral tones in here. I just think it's so pretty. But look at this purple, guys. And it's also been a while since I've played with color. I'm gonna go back into that fluffy brush and just bring the brown and the purple together by just fluffing the brush back and forth. I feel like I need to add some of that copper. I love the copper shade in this palette. It's my favorite color in this palette. It's just so unique. It's like a rose gold copper shade. I'm going to take the clean side of this brush, wet it, and I am going to take the copper rose gold shade and just put that right at the edge where the brown and the purple meet. And I'm going to go back in with the purple and again just kind of blend them together so that it doesn't look out of place. There's construction going on my block and it's driving me bonkers. I can hear them. I like the way that this looks. Alright guys, so I'm going to take my Pat McGrath foundation. I wear the shade medium 15 and I'm going to start off by just placing this on my face and then we'll blend it out. So something I'm realizing, I've always said that I like my foundation shades to be slightly darker than my natural complexion, just a little bit. But with not having any sun these last couple months, year, I'm at the lightest I've ever been. So now I'm finding that my foundation is a little too dark for my liking, which will change again once I start to get a little bit of sun. You know, I used to say like, oh, this was one of my favorite matches ever. Now I'm looking at it, I'm like, it's dark. Which again, I don't mind a little bit of, you know, darkness to my complexion. I'd like to be a little bit darker, but I'm looking at this and I'm like, wow. And this is not even the darkest. I have other foundations, I'm like, what the hell was I thinking? But again, what it comes down to is I haven't had any sunshine in my life, or at least not enough to add some pigment to my skin. And I'm seeing the difference. Just kind of clean up around the edges of my nose. For my concealer, I have M15 also, which is medium 15. It's the same color as my foundation, but the concealer definitely has a little bit more coverage than the foundation, which is why I'm just going to take this small concealer brush and I'm just going to clean up right around the eye, and especially in this little inner corner here, I like to bring my concealer up to really make sure that I'm hiding the shadows. I really like the way that this eye look turned out. You know, I always say that because sometimes during the process I'm like, and I was feeling that way, especially when I placed the copper shade there, but I really like the way that this has turned out. And I'm just pressing everything in. I'm now going to take the yellow powder and press that all over. I really like the way that this powder looks on my skin. I think it's perfect. I had tried the translucent and the medium tone out before and I didn't like the way that it looked. But this color I love, and the powder I love. I remember telling you guys that I wanted to keep the powder for all over, but that it's expensive for all over, but here I am. It's funny how things change. I'm now going to take a little bit of a denser brush. I'm going to place this just under my eyes, just to make sure that we're really setting these under eyes and adding some brightness. Boom. All right guys, so this is where we are at and I like the way that this is looking. Ooh, I'm debating on whether I want to take a little bit of a highlighter color. I'm scared. I want to, and then I'm like, is it going to be too much? Crap. I'm going to take a little bit of this yellow gold, just a tiny, tiny little bit. Oh yeah, it's pretty. And then really just add that and focus it to the inner corner. Yeah, this is pretty. I'm happy with the way that this looks, like really happy. For my blush, for my highlighter, I'm gonna use Divine Rose highlighter. Let me show you guys what it looks like. It is this really beautiful pinky gold highlighter. And I'm just going to use that to hit the high points of my face. I'm also going to use this under my brow. Yeah, this is like the perfect touch for this look. All right, guys, so for my lip liner, I used Pat McGrath Structure. It is just a really pretty brown liner. It's the bottom shade. I was playing between that and Half Naked. And then for my lipstick, I used Divine Rose. This is the final look. I love it. I love the way that this look turned out. I think it's really pretty. It's still colorful without being really vibrant or intense. Like it's still very, like, I would say even neutral. I love the way that it turned out. I love this powder, and to be honest with you guys, I do like the primer. The packaging is a little cheapy, but let me tell you, the packaging I think is decent, considering that you're still getting a pretty, you know, label on it. It does feel like it's a very thick sticker. You're getting the plastic component. Where I think the money goes is the actual product, because that product felt very luxurious. It felt just hydrating. It really absorbed into my skin nicely. And I like the foundation on its own. Like, I haven't had any issues with it, but I do like the way that it looks. I have to say my complexion looks really good. As you guys know, Pat McGrath does not have blushes or bronzers, so I did go in with my own blush and bronzer, and then I used a setting spray because she doesn't have that either, but I'm sure that somewhere in the future she'll come out with something. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Let me know down below if you guys enjoyed these one brand tutorials. I thought it was a lot of fun, and to be honest with you guys, I thought that I would be using the Bronze Seduction palette because it is my favorite, and I would say that this one is probably my second favorite, but I pulled some of my palettes out. I was looking at them, and this one spoke to me today, so it's what we picked. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.